So as I had promised, I would record every video that I record in Hindi, also in pure English, so that students who don't understand Hindi are able to follow what I am trying to say. In this video, what I want to cover is how to handle section B, because in section B you have to attempt 10 questions out of 15, which means which 5 questions to leave. So I'm going to address this question in this video. Now just to quickly understand, you would have 4 subjects in your NEET exam: physics, chemistry, zoology, botany. Zoology would be animal portion, botany would be plant portion, which means there are going to be chapters like molecular basis of inheritance or biomolecules or cell cycle, cell division, where questions could be in both zoology or botany. In section A, you would get 35 questions. You have to attempt all of these. In section B, you are going to get 15 questions, out of which you have to attempt 10 questions. Now the thing is how to know which 10 questions to attempt so that the chances that you would get all 10 questions right are higher, right? This is what we are trying to address. The second thing is, in section B, there is an internal choice. Now, this internal choice can be used for two purposes. In 2021 NEET notification, they had said very clearly we are starting section B so that students, if they did not study something in the school, they will have to attempt 10 out of 15 questions. We have the luxury of asking 5 questions which the student might not know because he was not taught in the school. It did not happen this way. They gave questions all over the place. It was not as if there were certain portions from which questions were only in section. It did not happen. The second thing which they can use it for is give slightly more complicated, more difficult questions. And this is where it becomes very, very important that you practice leaving questions in section B right now. How do you decide which question to leave, which question to attempt? So this is what I'm going to explain in this video now. What is our recommendation? Let's say you attempt like this: zoology, botany, chemistry, physics, right? So let's say I recommend that you take 25 minutes for this, including OMR filling. You take 25 minutes for this, including OMR filling. You take 50 minutes for this, including OMR filling. And you take 70 minutes for this, including OMR filling, right? So this total is 170 minutes. And your paper is of 200 minutes. The remaining 20 to 30 minutes should be for questions in section B which you did not attempt. Now let me explain what I mean by that, which you did not attempt. Let me explain to you what I mean by that. First of all, I've said again and again, run to the end. You are not going to stop at any question. Your first attempt is to reach the 200th question, right? If you don't know any question, just mark a circle and move forward. Specifically in section B, what you have to do is, especially in section B, what you have to do, if you're not 100% sure whether you know the question or not, you're not going to attempt it. You will just mark a circle and move forward. You mark a circle and move forward. Come back in towards the end for mark a circle, move forward. So let's say in zoology you got 7 questions in section B. Very confident, but you don't know 3 questions. Which 3 to attempt? Let's say 6 questions in botany, 8 questions in chemistry you attempted, and 4 questions in physics you attempted. Which means you still have 3 questions to attempt here, 4 to attempt here, 2 to attempt here, 6 to attempt here, 6 to 8, 12, 15. So in these 20 to 30 minutes, you are going to find out those 15 questions. Don't get stuck because you came across a difficult question in section B and your whole paper strategy, your whole timing goes awry. Just mark a circle, move forward, mark a circle, move forward. That is very, very important. Mark a circle, move forward. This would be the strategy. So what you're going to do is you're going to attempt the paper. You're going to attempt the paper in 2 runs. This would be a first run of 170 minutes. And then after that, you're going to come back and attempt the circled questions. This is going to be a second run, right? Save 20 to 30 minutes at the end for difficult section B questions. Don't attempt it in the beginning. If you are going to try and attempt it, if it takes 5 minutes, you'll come under pressure and all the paper, whatever strategy you had built in your mock test would be gone, right? So this is my recommendation. Hopefully you have understood. Look at the screen if you want to take a screenshot of it. But what I'm trying to say is, all these things that I have been telling you in the videos, if it is related to mock test, you have to attempt these things, these strategies in your mock test and figure out what works for you best. The purpose of this video is I've given my recommendation. But it is not necessary that this is the best thing for you. You will figure out your own thing. I've given you food for thought that there has to be a section B strategy which should be there in your mind when you're going to walk into the exam on 17 July. Hopefully this thing is clear to you, students. If you have any questions about what I've discussed, you can ask in the comment section in the video and I'll try and answer your question. All right, students.